Okay, and we will do the prayer. Okay, let's sit upright. Sit upright. Press our palms together and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our calm mental being. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. A verse for opening our future, and surpass profound and wonderful Dharma. In hundreds of millions of years, it is difficult to encounter. When I see and hear it, receive and behold it, and without you fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and without you practice the Tathagata's true way, and without you attain the Tathagata's true state, without we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state owing to us. So that's the prayer for today's lecture, and we will go with the video and to go through the whole paragraph and then try to recite it. Okay, so where's the video?
With great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe, if Descartes had gone beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and Western consciousness would be very
true
nature, and Western consciousness would be very different today. Instead, Descartes described and would be the mind deeper. He stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. Doubt. His treatise, Descartes wrote. At the beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be called into doubt. He can doubt his senses and even his thoughts. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt all traditions, scriptures, teachings, and all the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men started with great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe, if Descartes had gone beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and Western consciousness would be very different today. Instead,
Okay. Like to. Hello, Daisy. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm just looking for the
Screenshot?
Screen. Now for the audio, I need to take on the mic.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. At the beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be called into doubt. He also doubted his senses and even his thoughts. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt all traditions, scriptures, teachings, and all of the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men started with great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiry at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe if Descartes had gone beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and Western consciousness would be very different today.
Yes, thank you so much for your excellent reading. Thank you. And Grace, would you like to read it again? Yes, please.
At the beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be caught into doubt. He can doubt his senses, and even his doors. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt of tradition, scripture, teaching, and all of the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men started with great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated beyond the deepest level of the mind. Maybe if Descartes had gone beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and Western consciousness would be very different. Very different today. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much for your excellent reading. Okay, and how about you, David? Would you like to try to recite it?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Okay, at the beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be called into doubt. He can doubt his senses and even his thoughts. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt all traditions, scriptures, and teachings, and all of the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men started with great skepticism. But the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiry at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe if Descartes had gone deeper, maybe if Descartes has gone deeper beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and Western consciousness would be very different today. Okay, thank you.
Yes, maybe there is a little difference. I think, your recitation is also works. Yeah. Beyond. Yes. Penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind.
Yes.
And go beyond.
Beyond.
Here.
Go Gone
You just go deeper, right? You said gone deeper beyond. Yeah. You add deeper. I think it's okay. Yeah, okay, I will do that. I will do that for you. Okay, I will read it. At the first beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be called into doubt. He can doubt his senses and even his thoughts. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt all traditions, scriptures, teachings, and all of the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men studied with great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper, he penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe if Descartes has gone beyond his thinking mind, he would realize his true nature. His true nature and the wisdom consciousness would be very different today. So that's it. I will recite it. At the beginning of his most famous treatise, Descartes wrote that almost everything can be called into doubt. He can doubt his senses and even his thoughts. Likewise, in the Kalama Sutra, the Buddha said that in order to ascertain the truth, one must doubt all traditions, scriptures, teachings, and all of the content of one's mind and senses. Both of these men studied with great skepticism, but the difference was that Descartes stopped inquiring at the level of thinking, while the Buddha went deeper. He penetrated beyond the deepest levels of the mind. Maybe if Descartes had gone beyond his thinking mind, he would have realized his true nature, and wisdom consciousness will be very different today. So that's it. Yeah, I've finished it. Okay, Joy has come. Okay, and so let's go ahead with one new paragraph. Good morning, Joy. Welcome back. Now let's go ahead with the new sentence, sentence 19.4. And yeah, there is a new sentence about Descartes' finding. Okay, let's go over it. Go through it.
Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Descartes did not recommend that could be keeping us under Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yeah, instead. Here, what does instead mean? Let's double check, okay? Instead. Instead, it means that, yeah, not this way. Instead, in the place of something or something, in the place of something or something. Okay, instead, and And sometimes I think it's horrible. How do you think of it, Daisy? Instead, what does it mean in the at the beginning of a sentence?
I think it has the same meaning of on the contrary.
On the contrary, on the other hand, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's go over it. And instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe there is just one step between Descartes and our Buddha. You know, he found the possibility of an evil demon. You know, demon. Demon. Yeah. So just one step. Yeah. If he can. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Go back to the paragraph, and you will see. Yeah. What a pity. Okay. And here it is. Yeah. Instead, they can describe the possibility of an evil demon that could be that could keep us under a veil of illusion. Descartes did not recognize this evil demon for what it was. As in the movie, in the Matrix, something described that what's the evil demon. Actually, it is the self-construction, something like that. And yes, I think he could find the possibility of an evil demon. Yeah, I think it's very great. Just one step to reach the state of Buddhas. Okay, let's go ahead with the sentence. Okay.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
So if you are grasped by the evil demon, grasped by the evil demon, you cannot see the world, cannot see everything clearly, because you just keep yourself under a veil of illusion. So here, evil demon and a veil, illusion, and we've learned several times before, right? So we just keep on evil demon and veil. So let's look at the words and expressions. Evil, sorry, I didn't put evil, the syllable evil here. Evil.
Evil.
Okay, evil. So evil, what does it mean? Evil, this here, evil is an adjective. It means connected with the devil. Evil, yes, same issue. And with what is bad in the world. And with what is bad in the world. So evil means 邪恶的 devil, yes, it means 恶魔吧 devil, let's double check, okay? Evil, it means 恶魔. Yeah, have you seen it? An evil spirit also means devil. So here, let's put it here, okay? So devil also means an evil spirit, also means devil. So we have some new words for the translation now, right? 就是在这个降魔成道的这个过程当中，我们有更多的词来描绘我们的这些烦恼魔了。Okay, evil, connect with the devil, 就是与这个恶魔相关的 ，and with what is bad in the world， 以及与世界上这个比较恶的、比较坏的东西相连接的。So that's evil. And demon, what does it mean? Demon, it means an evil spirit， 就是一个精灵，一个非常坏的精灵，就叫 demon。And also means and devil. Demon, it also means devil. So that's it. And let's go ahead with the veil. Veil, yeah, in some of the countries, the women wear veil. So what does a veil mean? It means a covering of a very thin, transparent material worm, especially by women, to protect or hide the face or as part of a hat, etc. Yeah, 有的时候那些公爵的夫人呢，或者他们那些贵族的人，他那个帽子下面就掉一块面纱，帽檐就是前面的那一块就吊着一个面纱 ，as a part of a hat, etc. So here feel, I think we can touch it, right? So in this sentence, that could be keeping us under a fear of illusion. It means, yeah, if you are dancing with the evil demon, yeah, you cannot see because you have the same view with the demon and you are induced by the demon, so you cannot see the truth clearly. Yeah, you are just because it just keep us under a veil of illusion. 什么样的一个面纱是一种幻觉的面纱？所以说，这个魔真的是有它的魔力所在。So that's it. Now, I think we can understand the whole sentence now, right? Here, that leads an relative clause, and that means demon. Oh, here, that means demon. That means demon. Okay, evil demon. Yeah, okay, evil demon. So evil demon could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. That's true. Okay, let's go ahead with the shadowing, okay?
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Okay, and listen to it carefully, especially the new word. Yeah, demon, evil, demon, and veil, okay? And the third time, we will find out the stressed words.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
So, and this time, let's focus on finding out the stressed words.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Okay, and according to my knowledge, instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Because under, there is no weak form of under. So under, just read it as under, okay? So have you found any weak form? No weak form, so just under, okay? So let's double check. Let's double check with the stressed words.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Okay, time for us to practice. Hello, Daisy, would you like to follow it?
Yes. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yeah, a veil.
Demon or demon.
Demon. Yeah.
Evil demon.
Yeah, please read the 3 words first, okay?
Okay. Evil. Demon.
Yeah.
Veil.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this vowel. Veil, ba?
Wow.
L.
Well.
But
Well.
veil, yes.
Well. Oh, well. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. And yeah,
Veil.
veil. Veil. Yeah.
Veil.
Not veil. Veil is just E. Thank you so much. And time for you to practice again. Okay, I will play it again.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Okay, please, Daisy, one more time.
Okay, instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Veil of illusion.
Okay. Yeah, veil. You did it so well. Thank you so much. Especially that. Yeah, it's so weak. Yeah, you did it so well. Thank you so much. And then, yeah, Grace, would you like to try it? Hello, Grace.
Yeah, okay.
Are you awake?
Yes.
Yes, please read the 3 words, please.
Yeah, okay. Evil, demon, veil. That right?
Veil, yes. And the demon also means devil. Have you seen devil?
Devil.
这些都是表示恶魔之类的。
Yes.
Devil.
Demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now let's listen to it and try to shadow it.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Instead, Descartes described the possibility. Describe the possibility. 这个词怎么读 ？Possibility
没有错，你读得很好。重音在第2个音节上面。
Yeah.
重音在第2个音节上，就是这个。sorry， 第3个音节 possibility。
Possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Okay, perfect. One more time.
Yeah.
再读一遍。
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a evil of illusion.
Yeah, veil. Under a veil.
Veil.
这个单词要 this word describe 这个要
describe.
可能要
describe.
describe。哎呀 ，OK， I think I made a mistake。我们来看一看啊，这单词的读音，这是描述的意思。
describe
重音是在 describe 这个重音在这个音节上啊。是在我画的这个音节上面。
Yes.
describe
那就 scribe 这个 scribe 是重音节，然后也要浊化它 scribe。
describe
它是 describe， 对，重音节在第2个上面，就是在这个上面 describe， 然后也要浊化它，不是 crime 是 describe。OK，and 它的这个 form 它加了 ed 以后，它是读不的，都可以省略 described。我来帮你听一下
described
不，听到了没
described
不是读 described， 不是这样的，这个 e 不发音的 described。 Yes, perfect。 好，再读一遍，再把整个的读一遍。
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, perfect. 这要左化，不是 to correct, describe. Good.
Yeah.
Describe.
Describe.
Yes. Perfect.
Describe. Yes. Okay.
太厉害了 Yes, thank you so much. And time for you, Joy. Hello, Joy. How are you?
Yes. 有点吵，我这里。我读一下。
好，我们听不到你的吵的声音，听得很清楚你的声音。把这个单词先读一读。
Okay. Evil, 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 evil. Demon, 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 demon. Veil, 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 veil.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I will play it for you.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, please.
Okay. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
这个也是一样的读 described.
Described.
Yeah, perfect. One more time.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under veil of illusion.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Joy. Now, time for us to recite it. Daisy, would you like to lead us to recite it?
Yeah, can I read it first?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, go ahead with recitation.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that would be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, perfect. That could be or would be.
Would be.
Could be.
Could be. Could be.
Both of them are okay, I think. Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Once again, okay.
Okay. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yeah, I think this one this sentence can be used to describe our own afflictions, right? 它这一句可以用来描述我们的这些烦恼的东西，就是烦恼很多的时候要去做协会的那些翻译啊，那些东西都可以用到这里。Okay, thank you so much for your excellent recitation. How about you, Joy? Would you like to read it and then recite it?
Okay, yes. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us on the veil of illusion. Let me recite it.
Okay.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of a evil demon that could be keeping us keeping us under
a fear of illusion. A fear.
Under veil of illusion. 我再重新背一遍。
Yes, please.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under veil of erosion.
Yes, perfect. Under veil of illusion. So, yeah, would you like to explain it? 就是这能不能把它翻译成中文？
但是事实是，笛卡尔，向我们描述了一个，向我们描述了这个，阻止我们让我们在幻想中，在掩盖在幻想的面纱中的一个恶魔。
对，真是这样子。
的事实。
就是这样子。对，他就是这个恶魔，他是描述了一个这个事实，这 possibility 就是存在，有这种可能性。就是相反的是，笛卡尔他描述了这种存在，有一种这种可能性，什么样的可能性？有一种恶魔存在，这种恶魔它能够把我们，就是总是把我们保持，就是使我们呢 keep 就是使的意思，使我们总藏在这个幻想的面纱之下，就是让我们看不清事实。如果看清事实的话，恶魔就没有诱惑性。Yeah, that's it. Yeah, very interesting. Thank you so much. So here, keep us under 就是使我们保持在这个面纱之下。什么样的面纱？是那种幻想的、迷幻的、迷惑的这种幻象的面纱之下。像这种舒适性呢，就是温水煮青蛙的那种舒服感呢，还有各种的贪嗔痴慢疑，各种好的这种觉受，五欲的觉受，都是一种 affair of illusion. All right, and yeah, time for you. Hello, Grace. Would you like to read it twice? 读2遍好吗？
Yeah.
OK, 我先帮一下。
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Yes, you please.
Yes. Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. Yeah, 我要加读。
Yeah, 这长得很像。evil 和 veil 啊 ，OK. One more time.
Instead, Descartes described the possibility of an evil demon that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. So instead, Descartes described the possibility and the evil that could be keeping us under a veil of illusion. So that's all for today. Bye. Okay.